Mission's 13th year initiative was born from the frustration of seeing our children and youth in care often not having success at school, falling between the cracks, or falling into unhealthy lifestyles. In collaboration with foster parents, children and youth in care, elders, and senior administrators within Mission Public Schools, a new position, a Children and Youth in Care Advocate, was created. The advocate's role is to promote communication among educators, social workers, foster parents, Ministry of Children and Families, and outside agencies so that children and youth in care feel a greater sense of belonging and have the tools they need to be successful at school. Through the committed work of the advocate in building relationships and acting as a consistent key contact person for the school district, we focus on well-documented transition planning, monitoring progress, and removing barriers for higher level of educational goals and attainment. The following interviews highlight the significance this role has had in ensuring an enhanced level of service for the students in care whom we collectively care for and serve. What do you want the people who work in our schools, what do you want them to know about children and youth in care?
That it's scary to seek help. It's scary to go and ask someone who you don't even know to help you or just be there for you.
So it's nice to have that person who's your point person, that person who knows the student, knows their family, knows their social worker, knows their foster family, probably has more experience than I do with all of the schools in the district or the transitioning schools. So
having Jody helps with the transition, so we all know that the principal or the vice principal, they get to know these kids probably pretty good, but then they leave your school, especially in grade 6, here's our transition, and grade 9. And because Jody can be one consistent person for all those transitions, in my mind it helps make those students less vulnerable and more likely to succeed, and that's what we all want for them.
It's really important, I think, for our youth in care because it's a very complicated process and they don't actually know their rights or what they're entitled to. So having somebody that knows that, like an adult or a mentor support person, is like critical. And it's critical, it's key for their success too, because they need a support person, they need stable housing, and they need an education.
It's extremely important. It kind of streamlines the process for us when we're working with our kids in the school system rather than having to kind of chase around different people. Having that person as my resource, knowing who to go to, and knowing that they were trusted to be able to get that information for you in a timely manner.
It's knowledge of the child. It's having a complete picture. Different systems have different pieces of information. It's important that people have the whole picture, and I think it's also important that there's an opportunity for everybody involved to dialogue about that picture.
And I think it's really important that we listen to people, especially that we listen to youth, because they are the ones that are the owners of their experience, and to give them agency in their life is the first step to their adulthood being a good and positive transition.
I could count on Jody. She got Nicole into university, and she, was instrumental in nagging her, if you want to put it that way, that she needed to get back into school, and it worked finally.
We're able to work as a team. She's able to access her system, and I'm kind of able to access mine, and we both have our little areas of expertise. We can lean on each other if we're not so sure about something. So to have an advocate like that, it means a great deal to somebody who's outside of the school system and trying to stay connected.
I think I've seen the systems in Mission really come together and pull together. The changes I've also seen is having kids graduate. We are graduating more of our children and youth in care. I am now working with more and more middle school kids, facilitating them having maybe tutoring again, where we're building their capacity. And those changes are huge, because if we can build their capacity so they're more confident, those changes will then transfer into the high school and then thereafter.
I'm hopeful when I sense and feel that team I feel like, okay, there is hope to make a difference, there is hope to make an impact, there is hope to change the course of a great many of these students' lives in when working with children in care.
That if we can break down silos and barriers, that's the big learning, is that we all are really wanting the same, the best for these guys. Little by little, and more confidence grows, they're able to articulate on their own what they're wanting. So by the time they're in middle school, we should be listening to their voice at their table in care team meetings so that they can help us navigate where they want to go.
A lot of us don't have much to lean back on, so if we can be the backbone of our own life, there's not much more you can ask for, because then you know you're going good places. And